In other news, R.E.M. vocalist Michael Stipe was in Utah last week at the Sundance Film Festival, a prestigious annual stop on the independent cinema circuit. Stipe was there to unveil the latest batch of work by the film company he helped launch a few years back, called C100. Here's how it went.
We can talk about Sundance. The first thing we can say is that it's really, really cold here. It's very cold in Sundance.
The executive producers of C100 Films were braving the cold in Park City, Utah for the annual Sundance Film Festival. The event was started by Robert Redford to give exposure to independent films. Stipe and company were on hand for 3 reasons. The first was the premiere of their 3rd set in a series of unique public service announcements called Direct Effect. PSAs which have even taught the producers something.
Here in the leaf cell, the tree uses sunlight to transform water into new molecules called oxygen.
I never paid much attention in science class when I was in school, and I had a very poor education anyway. I didn't really know how trees put oxygen into the air. So
neither did Reagan.
Reagan apparently didn't either. So now I know.
I think it's very, very important to not just say, well, since they won't show a condom out of its wrapper on television, let's not make the PSA. We say, let's make it, and let's send it to them, and then they're going to have to answer to us and say why they're not showing it.
The second reason for making the trip to the Beehive State was to premiere the film version of R.E.M's video for the song Low from the Out of Time album.
Low, low, low.
I think a band like R.E.M. has a history of innovation in music videos from the very early days of R.E.M. To me, that the mix of music and film and the way that it's presented there is absolutely precious. And Jim Herbert's work on Low is a pure example of that.
And Michael, we'd like to thank you by giving you this commemorative snowball for your years of independent video vision.
Well, punk rockers, let's make a movie.
And finally, the C100 gang is in search of financing for a movie they want to make called Desperation Angels.
Basically, it's a road film about 3 guys who drive cross country, and because of who they are, basically free thinkers, but also one guy's black and one guy's gay and one guy's kind of an outspoken wise ass. They don't really encounter the America that they're expecting to encounter.
It is a comedy. It's a very, very funny movie. You can't look at the United States in 1992 and not see humor, because no matter how tragic, no matter how bad things are, it's also very funny and it's very sad. And
you have freedom.
Comedy.
You have freedom. You know, you're allowed to see the president vomit on via satellite.
Hopefully next year at this time, it'll be a film and not just a script.
Not just 4 blowhards.
What's our trademark? 1, 2, 3. Ever have one of those decades?
From Utah, Stipe went on to Paraguay in South America to join the rest of R.E.M. for what band spokespeople say is a combination fact-finding trip and vacation.